So much hate for my baby. Alright. Let's see if I can actually do this. Should be. This one is supposed to be very easy. Yeah, I guess my mystics need some work. Well, it's just Saga Mystics. That's okay. Wait, can Kushala even do that? Yeah, because challenge rating shouldn't matter here. I should be able to do this. Ah. More than hell. Okay. Thanks for the raid, even though I must pay such a heavy price for it. Welcome, everybody. This is my ult account, so we are gonna see if this works. Ouch. See, that stings. That's bad. Jerk. Now that we have the vigors up, we can just spam mediums and we're good. Fox is so silly in towers. Yeah, Doctor Strange is great. I need to play him more. I am significantly out of practice with him. Oh, Sauron. Oh, and this is actually... Oh, God, I hate this kid. Take care, dude. Thanks for the raid. Oh, this one has special 3, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. Let's see if I survive until the next reset. Probably not. Oh, that's so funny. Thank you, Sauron. Lead resistance for the win. Oh. Boop. Full health. His content's so funny. Fuck, I'm lazy. That is a fun fact. It is too early in the morning for me to start talking about all the ways in which Sauron's kit bugs me. But man, does it. Come here, buddy. I want to throw this in here. See, all of that. Like, literally, like, 6 bars of powers worth of buildup. And he almost does damage. No, but Tiela, he's so good with recoil, because then he actually hits... No, he doesn't. Like, he's fine. For those of you who haven't heard this rant before, from a balance perspective, Sauron is fine. He's not good, but he's fine. His results are okay. From a design perspective, everything about him plucks at the marrow of my soul. Thank you, Slinger. That is really going to bother him later. Whoops! Oh, this one is going to take a while. Let's just go to the special 3. We don't need to be messing around. Alright, go ahead and throw it, buddy. We know you're going unblockable. Thanks for the follow. Had to take the dogs out, so I was late for the raid. Wonderful. I can't remember the last time I actually used multiple special 3s with Kushala. But I feel like it's actually the move here, because we're punching up so far. Oh, have I really not left yet? Okay, now we left. Okay, special 2. Here, boy. Oh, you jerk. That was very rude. Alright, come here. There we go. Where's your incinerate resistance now, buddy? Oops. Now that was just silly. Hey, Arch, morning. That was the most diabolical thing I've ever seen. I really thought he was coming at me. And then, nope, blocks. Boom. Heavy before I can recover. Evil. Alright, that was our only 6-star punching up fight. So that should be the worst of this. Because also, we're done using Sauron. And that's always the worst. Oops. There we go. That's fine. Bravo, North Star. Oh, there's definite, like, I don't think that, there's a few things going on there, but I think the long and short of it is that Proxima is almost certainly bugged at the moment. Because from what I've heard, that whole that whole 60 million thing with her requires you to be able to complete her SIG ability mission multiple times, and it's definitely not supposed to do that. Morning gloves. Oh yeah, I love North Star. He's very good. Yeah. And see, that's very much not what's supposed to happen. Like her info page does not say multiple of 100, it says 100. And her code is clearly supposed to just trigger once. So she's doing something silly. God, Mystic Dispersion is making this fight a chore. Lisa, I just want to throw a special do. No! No specials for you, only specials for me. Like, yeah, there's something going wrong with her. But the weird thing is that, like, we do have, in our code, a an ability to say, like, hey, this line of code only ever fires once. And there are some things that can break it, and we know that. But Proxima is generally older than those things that break it, and so I really don't know what her nonsense is at the moment. Oh god, we're gonna time out, aren't we? Whew. No, I know, and I looked at the Corvus synergy, but it shouldn't be changing any of those things, right? North Star is absolutely complete. That's a bad take. Unless you meant something else, which is very possible because that grammar wasn't particularly clear. But if I understood you, that's a bad take. stupid. Also, just to say it, because I know we've got some new viewers for me here. If I say stupid or jerk, I'm probably always referring to the game and not whoever I was addressing 10 seconds previous. Just in case that needs to be said. Yeah. I don't know. If I get to my next break in between things and I have time to look at the Proxima thing, I will, but it's probably going to be on somebody else. I am way too busy to be chasing down random bugs right now. I know I say that as I'm streaming, but this is outside work hours. Given that Emma used to have a cap of 10, I think the 15 is fine. I mean, there's no such thing as too strong to be ascendable. Not really. It's more like, are we there yet? And I do think it's probably a bit early for how fast Shathra is and how wide her matchup spread is. Ouch, my bad. Nova's really not going to make it easy to live in the trigger volume, is he? That was my bad. That was also my bad. Alright. We're just crushing it this morning, aren't we? Funny thing about this Dracula fight is that it would be actively bad to go into Dire this early. It's just wasting ticks on the degen. But now we can start cooking. Nice. Good finish. Alright. But if it's between 11 and 13 seconds, then it's you. That's funny. I'm glad you like it, Luxury. Nice to hear it, Bear. I still need to play Tsushima at some point, because I haven't, but I've heard good things about it. But yeah, Yote was a blast. Maybe I'll do an early game plus again at some point. How's it going, BT? Yeah, I'm up early. I had to take my wife to the airport, and I did not get enough sleep, and I am absolutely going to crash later. But I had coffee, I drove, I did some dishes. I'm up. Yeah, I get it, Slinger. Yeah, Serpent won't be soon. And if I had my druthers, Serpent would be with some offensive changes. Maybe the one defensive change I've talked about. I forgot Misty can parry. Oh my... Ma'am! Oh. Several flavors of rude there. I thought I responded fast enough. Oh well. Just gotta stop finishing my combos. That part's under my control. Nope, that was dumb. Worth a shot, but dumb. Ooh, that hurt. And we die. Yep. Okay, well, that stinks. Once more. No, I'm pretty against removing the old damage caps. That's what the content is built around. The purpose of Abyss is not to become a game or a playground for endgame players. There are still people who go through it for actual exploration sometimes. And I think it should generally be the same for them. Towers payouts are not for another week. The event just ends today. Please don't go unblockable for the special, too. I'm just not in the mood for that. Okay. Ma'am. Not much, but if new players are truly not using Labyrinth at all, then it would be better to just archive it than to leave it there and remove the cap. Like, there are real costs involved with keeping old content on the server. If we get to the point where we decide those old special quests actually don't matter, I would rather just disable them personally. Yeah, it's early, Chief. Had to get up early to drop my wife off, and now I'm up. Yeah. Interesting, Stalin. Yeah, I know some people don't like the story in Yote as much, but like I have some pretty strong pushback on that I can't really give where it would be spoilers. Hey, KJ. Yeah, definitely early morning. Yeah, I also enjoyed the lower rarity variant, but I don't think that content needs to be permanent these days. Like, we basically get that from what's the like side quests now, right? And for me, that's plenty. Squad Builder does it, but that's not the only one, right? Like we've had a number of side quests over the last year or so that have used 2 or 3 stars. Yeah, no, you're right about the Karina's challenges. In which case, that's even more of a reason that I would just leave it alone. Hmm. I mean, honestly, we could do that too, right? Because I believe we do have a pretty hard policy of not requiring players to do the old the old Karina's challenges for the new ones. Like, we talked about it, right? Should we release a volume that requires you to do all of the Karina's challenges? And every time that comes up, the answer is universally no, don't make people do the Star-Lord challenge. And if that's the answer to it, then you kind of have to ask eventually, if the rewards are bad, nobody wants to make players do it, even if it would probably net us some money. And players don't want to do it, then why is it still there? Like, it's making the menus more intimidating for new players. I know people, including a couple members of the CCP, who have literally asked for the ability to like hide the objectives permanently because they don't intend to ever do them, and it's cluttering their menus. At that point, maybe just kill it. And hey, Meta, I missed you in there, dude. How's it going? Nice, Asphyxia. I'm glad you're liking the look. Welcome, Hogan. Okay. Rhino's gonna be chill. It's gonna take 3 years, but that's fine. This particular Punisher should be totally fine. Okay, so her we just have to beat without specials. Or with special threes only. Do I have a 6-star Namor in here somewhere or something? This sucks. I'm probably not going to time out, but this sucks. I didn't even mean to throw that, but this will be kind of interesting. Don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I gotta stay too close to her for that one. Ouch. Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. You know what? Isn't Gambit supposed to work for that stuff? Is his not direct somehow? Oh, it's only staff hits. That's right. I love these old characters that make us remember what such and such hit is. So much fun. I hate her frickin' mediums. Thanks, Pontus. Not gonna lie, forgot about the special concussion. This is gonna suck. Oh, I was reading the follows instead. Oh, why did I do that? That's fine. That's fine. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna do something else anyway. Yeah, like Atuma will trigger the protection node, but I'd rather do this with Atuma through however much. Dude, my main account doesn't have Mojo Ascended. Oh yeah, retaliation's gonna hurt us. I think it's still worth it, but this is a weird one. I want you to stay alive through this special 3. I want to see what this does. Tuning on future Ascension ranks is not set in stone. We'll see. Hey, Jack. No, you didn't dream the first one. I just had to get up early today, unfortunately. That was really uncool, Frank. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna need you to throw that. Thank you. Does this jerk have crit resist? Hey, Snoops, how's it going, dude? 3 to 3 night shift? Woof. Dogfish Head Bogo is pretty good, though. That would help. Alright, well I could be doing better here, but it's nice to have free passive stuns for the rest of the fight. Oh right, she's a villain. She doesn't delay things. That was way too late on the evade. How we doing? Okay. Just need to make it through one more indestructible. That'll do. Yeah, I've never had to do outright night shifts, thankfully. Whoops, stunning reflection. Yeah, that makes sense, Snoops. I would not want to transition. I am struggling with this morning. I only got about 4.5 hours of sleep last night. I'll come back, but woof. Whoops, I didn't have the grid up. Ah! Willpower, save me now. That was bad. Don't kill me. Nah, he killed me. That's fine, I can do that one again. Should have not gone to the special too. Not worth it remotely. Does this account even have a black cat? Thanks for the follow, Logan. The nodes are fine if you have the answers. Chilth is not a good answer. I just grabbed her because I know that she's okay for it. And she's at the top of my skill roster. If this account has a black cat, I should have done that. Much, much better. Yeah, hugs back. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, Hilgen. I mean, you guys will hear from me, but not gonna be a character. I'm still working on the game. Yeah, I should have checked to see if I had a black cat for this. Cool. What's done is done. Yeah, the rewards for this are so worth doing on this account. Yeah, why not? I never use a koi. Oh, that's right. That one's just the boss. Should probably put that up there. I'm sure we can find somebody to deal with Bill. Make a stand makes that kind of annoying. We don't have the tactic tag here, do we? Oh, it is that anyway? Okay. Cool. This will all be fine. Red Goblin. Yeah, I get it. I'm pretty comfortable with that special too because I've run into it so much in AQ. But I get it. Oh, the armor ups might cause me a problem here. Let's see. That's okay. Just let the regen stack. We're just gonna have to spam special once, and it'll kill him. Nope. Oh, that's gonna be tough. That ability accuracy reduction is so stupid. Alright, who do I have with just a stupid amount of power control? Or buff control. I guess this account has a strange. Hey, Frostbite. Welcome back. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, we're just failing too many petrifies. Like, if they were actually landing, this would be fine. But no, that's not worth the next 2.5 minutes. Oh, that also works. Get got, bozo. Oh my god, cat, you got in my way. Why were those... Was I just really missing those parries? I had to drop my wife off at the airport, so here we are. I'm really bad at going back to bed. I'll just have to crash later. Hey, I just realized that was actually a sub from Frostbite. Thanks, dude. There are some very limited internships, specifically like engineering co-ops, but honestly, it's pretty rare, and you kind of have to be Canadian, I think. Abyss Collector Super Mega Evil version? How dare you, Snoops, imply that I would do something more evil than that? Why did I think this was specifically not the heavy hitter one? Oh well, that's what I get for... Should have canceled that one. Alright, special 1, or special 3, very bad for this fight. Oh, now he lets me parry him. That's fine. I probably have somebody better than that. I literally misread it. I missed heavy hitter and thought it was one of the first one. And if I don't have somebody better, then I know how to do it. But yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, yeah, I could change the stream title, but no. Here, buddy. No, 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 no. You're going to cross over this. I don't know why I did that. No, 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 no. I needed the special 2 cash out and I didn't mean to hit the special button. I'm not going to survive that long. Alright, well, we can't push him to special 2 anymore, and we need to nail the special 1 decks. No! Oh! If that had just been an actual medium, I would have been ready for the parry. This poor account is working. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a bit more from that cash out. Please. Ugh. With the Fury up, 3%. Like, are you kidding me? Cowardice shouldn't affect his cash out at all. I don't understand why the special 2 was that bad. Alright, we're waiting out this falter. Maybe the next one too. Go for it, buddy. I got all day. I got 4 minutes. I definitely hit the light. Just wasn't fast enough. Very annoying. Thanks for the follow. Sorry, this is what I need to do. Okay, the protection failed, so we got some actual damage out of that. Cool. Hey, Sim. Yeah, did not want to be up this early, but Ubers are expensive. My wife had a flight. No, Jack, I think you're misunderstanding. Cowardice doesn't affect red numbers. And Maker's cash out shouldn't have anything to do with his hit damage. Like, I don't see a reason why. Yeah, Zola does cap damage, but it's like 10%, right? Shouldn't I? Isn't it? Like, I think Maker still should have been able to do more than that. Yeah, I don't know. Is what it is. There we go. Full damage special too. That's nice. Take care, Frostbite. Right, but the cap is 10%. Now, Clem, you're misunderstanding. 90% cowardice. Cowardice doesn't affect the ramp at all. That's what I'm saying. And I think that was capped to less than 10%. That's what my point is. Terrible timing on that special. C'est la vie. Hey, Infamous, how's it going, dude? Welcome, Jeff. Yeah, the hits, I'm totally okay with them being small. I expect that. Oh, thanks for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. Jesus, this fight is slow. That's funny, Sim. Amazingly, I am on pace. Like, I'm not going to timeout, but this is, like, pulling teeth. Unramped, rank 1 Serpent. That sucks. He came in just in time to hit me. Double sucks. Yep. Oh. I'm going to special 3 this time. Thanks for the follow. Oh my god. Stupid roller skate nonsense. Oh no, you did not have enough time to parry me. What in the recovery? I'm gonna die again to this fool. Thanks for the follow. Lord. Alright, I think we just have the boss left. Show me mojo. Alright. This should be fine. This is like the only Alliance War sized attacker I actually have. That's fine. Alright, I'm gonna need you to throw that, bud. Teddy. Be a doll. There we go. Yay, one piece of goblin. Hmm. That's worth it. Let's go ahead and do that. I actually have like a ton of resources on this account right now. I just need to actually use them. I'm not insane. I was responding to the roller skating comment. Thank you, Snoops. I did need that context. Okay, gonna hold those for a minute. Good lord, I have a lot of this. Start with you. I've been feeling it. Yeah, I like him a lot. Hey, Snoozy. Good chunk of 6-star resources, too. Can I even join the Alliance Coliseum? That's what I thought. Okay. Mystic is lowest. Oh, cool. Accidental additional skip. Yeah, a lot of these are literally just not leveled. Which is maybe something we should fix before we get into this. I did, Cat, but you're welcome to follow me. You can join here. Currently doing EQ, and I have done 2 towers. Good lord, Snoozy, you are sprinting indeed. Okay, that should be enough for now. Ouch. It's good to be able to push to special, or push to 3 bars again, though. Did not enjoy that part of the challenge towers. Ah, okay. Before we go any further, if I'm going to be using this Tigra, that's where my SIGs need to go. That's fine. That was a stupid risk. Yeah, no, there is a lot of content. Ouch. Wow. A lot of that was my fault, but I was very annoyed that heavy didn't land. Rocket really jumps back there. Ice Fiend's block animation is so cool. Is there anyone else with just like idle dripping animations? Man Thing is so weird. Okay. I feel like I never really get to play him. It's either there's too many buffs and I'm throwing special threes and I'm annoyed about it, or the opponent is dead before I can actually do the special 2 thing, and there's like no in between. It's kind of a bummer, because I like Spidey Scream. It's a cool kit. Morning, Janora. Oh. I can't believe I've been streaming for 2 hours. I'm normally not up for another half hour. It's coming along. This alt has some weird top heaviness, so like most of these floors are just super easy because these are 6 stars. But then there's always just a couple fights at the beginning where I'm like, oh, I don't have that many 7 stars, so I'm using 6 stars. I don't know. I'm just trying to pick up some points for this account for the Realm event. Because, like, I don't really care where this account is sitting in the Radiance payout each month. But anything we get in the Realm event is good. Okay, do I have 16 at that level? No, and I would have to do several rank ups for that. So we're doing this one. What time is it for me? It's about 9 a.m. But as a reminder, before somebody goes, oh wow, the luxury of sleeping until 9, please remember I work Pacific hours, not Central Time hours. So when I say I normally wake up at 9:30, relative to my job, that's 7:30. Which I know is still nice, but like it's important that y'all don't think that I am like sleeping in that much. There it is. Hi, Dilly. Oh, right. I really need to stop using Sasquatch against Deadpool X-Force. This is not the first time this has happened. What is a Zoomer? It's a colloquial term for people in Gen Z. And it's a play on the baby boom generation term of boomer. Thanks, Kat. I think this account could have gotten the Warlock if I had spent, like, any time on it. Although I will say I haven't really done the math. I think this account can definitely get the 7-star Warlock. I'm just not sure if I have enough left in me today to do that. I don't know that this account is capable of getting the Ascension, but I haven't done the math. We can do that in a minute after this block. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so too, Snoozy. That does seem possible. Just everything about Isophine's art is so peak. Oh man, God. I'm just now realizing that if I had been on the team for a while, when we finally got assigned Rintra, I probably would have ended up making it like a little bit of a take on the Watcher from Slay the Spire. And now I'm kind of sad that that's not Rintra's kit. Hey, Zemo. It's hard to quickly explain that reference for people who don't play Slay the Spire, but the Watcher is a particularly powerful, mystic-inflected, definitely South Asian character who switches between various stances and then goes nuts in certain stances, but also takes more damage in others. And I think that could have been cool. What reminded me is that there's a relic for the Watcher that is like a sacred lotus or whatever, and it's like the exact same purple flower. That's weird, Clem, because you typed that and it sounds like you're of the opinion that maybe Rintra is not insanely busted. And that can't be right. I must be misunderstanding you. How's it going, Silver? Okay, this one I can auto skip through. Okay, so Warlock is 30,000 points. Which from me is another 100 floors. Like, again, if I had spent time on this account, I could do that. No, that's not the metaphor I was going for, Clem. But yeah, like 100 more floors with how easily I'm breezing through these, absolutely. 150 more floors? Probably still yes. And like, if I was just giving up on going back to sleep and getting a nap before work, I could do that. I could get this account that I don't really care that much about, an Ascended Warlock. But that would be a questionable use of time. Oh, hey, we just did a partial skip. People were telling me that didn't work. No! No! Ah! I've been accidentally hitting specials so much more lately. So I actually found out, Dilly, because I ran into this last night a couple times where the auto skip didn't work. The 10 plus rule is for 7-star towers. For 6-star towers, for some of them, like some of the larger rooms, you need to be 20 above. And the fact that that difference is there tells me that there is some difference in logic between the 6-star and 7-star rooms. And so that may account for some of the differences that we were hearing from people. Is just that the logic was different. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dilly. Because I definitely had partial skips. Wait, what the heck? Oh, it timed out? Oh, okay. I didn't realize he timed out. Okay, well then we're gonna be more aggressive. I didn't think I was in any danger. Oh, mother... Okay. You know what? Maybe we level up this war machine, or we just use somebody else, because he's failed me before. Yeah, that's the issue. He's not level... Okay. I kinda... This is such a weird, almost niche problem that I'm running into with towers. The fact that, like, I can't tell what level my characters are. And so because it's showing them to me all in CR, I actually, like, have trouble keeping track of who is usable, right? Okay, I will draft that out to my coworker later. Hey, cream cheese, how's it going, dude? Because, like, Stark should be showing higher. Because he's level 10, and that war machine is level 1. And there's just nothing in the UI right now that accounts for the fact that somebody might not have fully leveled their champions. Which, as Cat knows, is a crime against all of us. Oh, I'm definitely not doing EQ on this account, Snoozy. But no, I think I responded to you. Thanks for the follow. Is Ruby good? I think so. It's a neat kit. It can do a lot of damage. What, Cat? I was being genuine. Okay, can I get it to partial skip here now? Because if so, that'll affect how I do this. Oh, mother... Okay, 1 second. Please hold. All right, look at that splash screen. No, okay, we actually have to play it. C'est la vie. Hi, Sam. Hey, Monbo. Is there a new EQ coming in today? I would assume so. So, the splash screen is cool. I really like how central Paviter is. It looks great. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the loading screen. Joe is cool and all, but why are Black Tarantula and Hobgoblin off in the background to the side? You can barely see them. What are we doing here? Hey, Empire. Rank 5 Craven? I mean, it depends on how many resources you have and how competitive you're being, right? Like, Craven's cool. He can do some stuff. If you were... let me put it this way. Like, there are plenty of players in my alliance where if they had a rank 5 Craven tomorrow, I wouldn't blink. But if you were, like, a free-to-play player in my alliance, and you took Craven to rank 5... I would have some words for you, right? But that's not because, like... It's not because there's no value in Craven. It's just that, like, for trying to compete at certain levels, there are things you need to do with your account. And if you don't have a certain amount of resources, then using those resources to do silly stuff is dumb. But if you're not in a super competitive alliance, or if you are just totally fine spending a little bit more to make up for it, then like in either of those circumstances or some combination of them, have fun. Raven's playstyle is cool. Nice, Chinora. To be clear, I only make that distinction because I do get a lot of people asking me, like, what does it take to play in tier 1, that kind of thing. Like, can a free to play in tier 1? And the answer is always like, yes, with sacrifices. If you're okay with those sacrifices, you got no problems. I'm probably checking the event too much, but like, where is my next point? Okay. So it's like every 100 floors I do, I get something. And then that is 29, 28 more floors. I get that. And honestly, I might stop there. Because I'm getting a little tired. Not that. Real quick. Can I rank Penny? Do I have a gem for it? I don't have a gem for it. Okay, then it's not worth it. This is my alt account, Kidney. Hey, Jason. I had to take my wife to the airport, and I am bad at going back to sleep. I probably will take a nap before work here in a minute, but yeah. Figured if I was up, I might as well stream. Yeah, I said this the other day, and I just wanted to see how true it was, but like it is kind of a bummer that you just, if you go to Penny Special 2 early, it does stone nothing. Nah, I think Platinum 3 has room for stuff. Like, if you're in Platinum 3, bluntly, you can use Craven as a war attacker and probably be plenty successful, right? And that's kind of my point. Hey, Nier, how's it going, dude? But no, it kind of depends, Cream Cheese, because like generally we don't have to approve rank ups. Like SSX just has a culture where people are like, "Hey, I've got a rank 5, what do you want?" Right? And then because that's often met with, "Well, what do you want?" It's often like Dilly really will try and wring orders out of Sim and myself, which often comes down to it's like, okay, I'm taking up one of these three, pick one, and then we will, and that's fine, right? Um, but like what I'm talking to is in the past we've had some people where their rosters are smaller, and for the most part it hasn't been a problem, right? Because people whose rosters are smaller tend to know their rosters are smaller, and because they want to help out the group, they will check in more often and say, "What do you need? What are you having? What are you running into where you're having trouble assigning me?" Right? Like, and that's different from how do I get more fights, which is something that a lot of officers instantly eye roll when they hear. But I'm talking about like we've had people who have had smaller rosters but have come to us and been like, when you are trying to just give me 4 or 5 fights in a war, what are you running into that I'm missing that you need, right? Because often if we're paying attention, we have an answer to that. It's like, well, I would have sent you on these paths like 6 times, but you're missing a Yondu, right? That's the kind of thing that you need to be open to if you are trying to do tier 1 on a budget. I only hate answering that question and then seeing someone else get ranked. Truth. I have done so whenever I see a Modoc. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. How's it going, Hoosier? Welcome. How should I pronounce that? Kusho? Is there a reason why Nico's light attacks, except for the second one, are neither physical nor energy? Are you sure they're neither? They might be both. Did the fight end? No, it didn't. I'm glad I didn't look fully away. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, they don't have those flags. No, that's probably a bug. There's definitely not a reason for it, Lukey. What rank 5s do I have on the main? Let me think. It's easiest if I go by class. On Cosmic, I have Deathless Thanos and Bill. Skill, I have Patriot and Black Panther Civil War. Mutant, I have Gentle. Somebody else. Do I have another rank 5? It might just be Gentle at the moment. Mystic, I have Kindred, Absorbing Man, and Paviter. Tech, I have Shocker, Cap Sam, and Arcade. Science, I have Blue Marvel. Somebody else. Who's my other science? I don't remember right now. Scanning. Maybe I didn't take up another science yet? I swear I did. Thanks, Lance. Yeah, no, I'm happy with my rank 5 suite. Sam is fantastic at rank 5. He's A1 and he'll be A2 if I get one more token from the comp. He's been very, very good for me. Finishes a lot of Battlegrounds fights quickly and healthily. People do not draft around him at all. He has some really solid war uses. He's okay in Coliseum. I almost always have better options, but yeah, I like Sam a lot. That's fair enough, Snoozy. I get that feeling for sure. Should I own the game's first rank 5 Tarantula? If you want. I like him quite a bit. I will fully admit, I think that some of the early reactions I've seen are probably going to be disappointed with his performance in vanilla Battlegrounds matchups. Because he is a little bit slower there, right? Like, he's competitive in his targets, right? He obliterates Photon and Rhino. And he's very good in War, which I know is your primary game mode. And he's very good in Coliseum. And he's annoying as crud on defense. So like if you're in the mood, I don't think you would regret it. I think there are some players who might, just because of the where current expectations are. But I don't think you would. No, Lance, definitely not. That would be a major NDA violation. I am impatiently waiting for my bonus crystals. That's fair too. But if I say bonus crystals, people might not know what I mean. Oh, I completely agree, Snoozy. Yeah, Elder EQ was never rebalanced for the release of collectives, and I think it badly needs to be. I don't mind it being fast, but I I miss actually being able to use my champion's rotations. Yeah, we could absolutely do that. That'd be fun. That would be a good chance to talk about him ahead of the actual embargo. Like I've got up there, I do have a champion in March, and I literally have the first meeting for that March champion today, which is how far ahead we start. But that's for the art process. Correct. There's no embargo for anything on the live server. Yeah, I know you know that. Oops. Should probably put 2027. Nah, I think people can figure that one out. Uh, I wouldn't know, Snoozy. That's kind of outside my usual. If you haven't sent in a support ticket, I would, because that's how those things get handled. As in, link your Kabam account? You should be able to do it from your inventory. Like, you should be able to go to inventory, all campaigns, and then go to the MCOC campaign if it doesn't take you there immediately, and there should be a connect button from there. Oh, Clown has patience. But he'd probably be the first to tell you that the odds of him making it to like November are pretty slim. That ticket's been itching. Okay, this one I can definitely skip. 1 second. Amazing typo. Thanks for the follow. I think technically the tickets only last for the year, but I've never heard of somebody
like running out of them, right? And if somebody who spent that much on like Banquet 2025 really wanted to apply one to 2027, maybe they could get away with it, but I'm sure we wouldn't say that publicly ahead of time. Yeah, I get that. We haven't dropped very many bombs this year from a defense perspective. Which, like, y'all are welcome, but yeah. It's time. Sometimes there are global fixes, but it depends on like how niche the issue is, right? Because if drops are working for most people, then it's actually a pretty complicated data ask to put that stuff in and try and fix it for just some people, if that makes sense. Am I crazy for wanting to rank 5 Joe? I mean, given that you are not like pushing high level BGs or tier 1 war, no, it's definitely suboptimal, but Joe's cool. You're not crazy for prioritizing something you'll enjoy. But yeah, in general, Snoozy, when in doubt, make a ticket. Um, because one of the things we use to evaluate how we respond, like either globally or letting support handle things, is how many tickets we're getting. It does help. Who knows how many tech gems I have? Woo! Okay, that's a lot. They assign what champs we do. Thanks again. But so basically it's a mix of getting assigned and picking dibs because the roadmap is predetermined, right? Like we know everybody we're going to release in 2027. From there, we also know that like ooh, that it takes about 3 months to build a champ. And so you can kind of only claim somebody every 3 months, right? And so we try to work out the distribution that makes everybody the happiest. Um, like an example for this last year. Hold on, let me pull up the thing. What is it? I would have enjoyed working on Ruby Thursday. And that was one that I did mention as a possibility, but that was April, right? That's too close to Blue Marvel, and Blue Marvel was my priority. So that's what I did instead. Um, yeah, because I did. People make fun of me for not having built a tech yet, but it's because stuff like that keeps happening, right? I wasn't going to give up on Blue Marvel, and so I didn't build Ruby. The next tech to come up was Hobgoblin, who was the same month as Black Tarantula. I wasn't giving up Black Tarantula. That kind of thing has happened a few times. People, cat is people, making fun of me. Um, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. Like I would have enjoyed making Maker, but he was the month after Nico. You'll notice a theme here. Yeah. When's the next Inhuman champ? Good question. Ask Marvel. No, it's time. I'm on record for a while now as saying I would love like a Crystal Gorgon double month or something like that. No, she's trolling, Lance. It's because, like I just talked about, there have been several times where I've almost made a tech, and then something has happened. Like if I hadn't preferred Serpent, I probably would have made Ironheart. If I hadn't been on Serpent, maybe I would have tried to fight for Prowler. Right? Like you can just go through the list. There are a bunch of techs that I've almost made. I was down for Bastion, right? But Honeydew preferred Bastion over Jean, and so I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll make Jean because at that point I hadn't made a mutant either, so it was a total toss up that month. But it does mean I've made it a weirdly long time without building a tech. I'll make a tech of it eventually. So many random crystals to open. There was something there. Yeah, there's Valiance. There it is. Thanks for posting that, Elijah. That did help. Probably YouTube seeing it as a link, blocking it out. So when you say does Kabam make any changes, like what would that mean, right? Who is Kabam if not me? The entire process is collaborative to try and answer the question a bit, which means that like other character and balance designers give input on the early paper design. And then once I've implemented it, we playtest and people give feedback there, right? Like our encounter designers are also in those playtests. Other people can come if they want, like an economy designer can come to every champion playtest if they have time. Um, that kind of thing. Like balance has final say on numbers. Ooh, that's nice. But if you're the lead designer on someone, it is you have a lot of say. Despite what you might hear on YouTube, nobody has ever been ruined in balance, in my opinion. Okay, where did that empowered crystal go? There we are. Nah, at this point, I'm a senior designer. There's not like there's a team lead, right? But when it comes to champion design, there isn't anyone else really who can pull rank on me, so to speak. But we also just kind of don't do that, right? We don't really pull rank. We discuss how things should be as a team. And it's usually pretty amicable. Plans for next 7 rework? To what end? Do you think X7 is too hard, too easy, too long? Like, very happy to get Spider-Punk there. And we have a Titan. Nice. Not necessarily mostly on YouTube. I got more people watching on Twitch. Dracula Dupe is nice. Um,
That's kind of ironic, given that somebody just asked about him disparagingly.
but I've been on YouTube longer, so sometimes the chat is what you call it, more active there. I would definitely have preferred somebody new, given all I'm missing in the Titan, but that's okay. Let's be clear, Atlanta. Like, the reason that the rebalance program got canned was because the community was not being chill about things. So like, we really want to put two question marks after Dracula. There's some responsibility there. I don't know. We're not ruling out characters getting adjusted, but it was not worth keeping that process up, so I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I like Dracula, but like his sig is not very good.
And like I said, I am missing almost everyone in this Titan.
The time and rewards. I mean, it's older content, but it's not going to get reworked to have better rewards anytime soon, I don't think.
Act 7 isn't that old. Yeah. I think there's plenty left for me in it, and I agree, the rewards aren't great, but it's also like trivially easy. Once you're at the point where the rewards aren't great. Yeah, maybe you should watch back on my comment then. I'm not going to harp on it. I don't understand how Mystique came up, the nuke. But the reason she's hard is the tech is very difficult. Loading extra models into the fight and then swapping between them is not something we've ever done before. New tech is always complicated. Meta, Jason says hi. Looks really pay to win. It really depends on what you mean by win. And what your standard for that is. Like, if you want to call this pay to win relative to, I don't know, Marvel Tokon, sure. Because you can buy power, right? Any game where you can buy power, there's going to be a pay to win element. The people at the top of the leaderboards generally have spent money. But there is so much of the game outside of the top of the leaderboards.
There is so much to do and discover and enjoy in this game without spending a dime. And because this game isn't a like turn-based squad RPG or an idle game like a lot of other gacha games, there is way more room for skill expression to overcome roster differences than there is in a lot of other games. So like I'm not going to pretend that there's no advantage to spending because there should be an advantage to spending, right? If there wasn't an advantage to spending, it would be illogical to spend and the game wouldn't still be here after 12 years, right? So of course there is, but I think that like when you compare it to a lot of other gacha games, this game is actually incredibly friendly to free-to-play players. And you can get a lot for spending a little.
Okay. I'm gonna go nap. Feel myself slowing down. And I got a long day of work ahead of me.
As the person who designed Absorbing Man, I promise you, it like that was a leap forward in what we did within the game, and Mystique is several leaps beyond that. Like you don't understand what it would actually be from a tech perspective. It'll happen eventually, I'm sure, but it let's not make light of it. If MCOC were really pay to win, Usafa and I would have 60 plus war champ titles. Right. Maybe silver? I don't know. It doesn't personally excite me, but I can't rule it out. Yeah. I think the biggest thing with this game is just like, just don't hold yourself to the leaderboards, right? There's so much content that you can have success with. And it's really easy to get like lower level versions of even the brand new characters. You're not going to have them at the highest level of power, but like if you're coming back after a break, then you're not going to be at the highest level of power anyway. So like what's the what's the miss, right? I think the single biggest challenge I'll say before I leave is just there are a lot of characters. So spend some time finding reasons to play some of them that you're not familiar with, right? Like I think Towers is good for that. I'm gonna respectfully disagree, Tanuk. I think if we shipped a Mystique that was basically just Reed Richards light, that would be a disservice to the character and the community. Why bother at that point? Anywho, I'm gonna head out, but I will close off YouTube now and then find somebody for y'all to raid on Twitch. Thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon.